Well, howdy everybody, Colorado Biker here again, and I'm out for another daily walk. And it's a bit chilly today. We had a snowstorm come through yesterday. That's why I did the video inside yesterday. It was nasty, so it might be still a little windy today, so sorry about the audio. Anyway, we got about 3 inches of snow. It's melted off pretty quickly, especially off the road, so it's still a nice day to go out. It's a bright sunny day with occasional clouds. It's nice out though, but it is cold. It's about 23 degrees Fahrenheit out here right now, so it's still below freezing, but as long as you're in the direct sun, it's not bad. And of course, if you're out walking, you're generating some heat and it's nice. So anyway, let's move on. In the past, I've done 2 subjects. I've done water, and most recently I've done food. Now the next one I'm gonna do is prepping on a budget. Okay, I realize, and I myself started this way, that you don't have a whole lot of money to put towards preparations. Okay, you don't have to spend a lot of money to do that. You don't have to go out and buy this item or that item or whatever, something new. You don't always have to do that. Where I get a lot of my stuff for my preps is I go to thrift stores. You'd be surprised how much good stuff I find at thrift stores all the time. There's ones like ARC, Salvation Army, all these others. You can get some really good stuff. I got a stainless steel pressure cooker, really good one, really nice one. Looked it up, the thing retails for about 350 bucks, brand new. I got it for 20. Okay, the Arrow Garden that I got for growing stuff, those things are 150 bucks new. I got it for 20. No, I got it for 15 bucks. Once again, if you go into these thrift stores, you can find a lot of really good stuff for next to nothing. I mean, they're really cheap. Thrift stores are an amazing bargain. They're great for clothes. They're really good for equipment, especially household goods. All my oil lanterns for power outages, stuff like that. They're $2. Okay, $2. Sure, they might have needed a new glass globe on the top, you know, the chimney, or they needed a wick or something like that. Those are cheap, you know. I got a really nice oil lantern for, I think, $1.25 at one, and it didn't have a glass globe, and it needed a wick. Went down to the hardware store. They had the globe. That was, I think, $3. And the wicks I just ordered online. I got like 5 of them for $1.50 or something like that. So it cost me like $5 for a really, really nice oil lamp. It's insane to go out and spend money on stuff for new stuff when there's perfectly good stuff out there for a lot cheaper than you would buy if it were new. I found backpacks. I found all sorts of stuff at thrift stores. Another good source that I do, especially in the summertime, is when you find it the most, are garage and yard sales. Okay, people getting rid of crap that they don't want anymore, that you have a purpose for. You can get stuff for really cheap and really good stuff too. One of the tricks that I'll do is, if I see something good at a garage sale but it's not going to be for a prep, what I'll do is I'll buy it, take it home, clean it up, fix it up if I have to, and then sell it on eBay and actually make a profit. And then that money that I make a profit, that goes towards preps. Okay, that's another option that you could do at thrift stores, you know, like Salvation Army. If you see something that you know people want and they like and they need, and it's really cheap, buy it, fix it up, clean it up, resell it, make a little bit of profit. You could be surprised how much money you can make doing that. I know a couple people, they make a couple $100 a month just doing that, and they put that towards their preps. So that's a great way to do it. Another really good one, this is probably the best resource of all, is estate sales. Someone passes away, they die, and their family doesn't want to deal with all their crap. So what do? They have an estate sale. They get an auctioneer or an estate sales agent to come in, inventory everything, price it appropriately, and then sell it. Okay, you can get some massive deals at estate sales. I've got some really good stuff at estate sales for really cheap. You'd be surprised. A lot of tools are really cheap, stuff like that. You can get those at estate sales all the time. Household goods, things like that. One thing that I've done a couple times is I found where they undervalued the silver that they had, which was like candlesticks, little candelabras, platters, plates, silverware, actual, you know, fine dining silver, stuff like that, silver salt and pepper shakers, things like that. I'll take that, buy it, and then go sell it just for the silver value alone and make a huge profit. I've done that many times, and that works really well. But you can get other stuff. So you can get firearms at estate sales. You can get all sorts of really good stuff. So don't discount the estate sales at all either, okay? You can get a good bargain at estate sales. That's a good way to, and once again, it's a good way to make money, but it's also a good way to buy stuff and resell it later on places like eBay or Craigslist or something like that. Here's today's view. And you can see, yes, it did recently snow. And it's pretty out there. Look at that. Another great view. Good where we can see Pikes Peak. Yeah, Pikes Peak is obscured by the clouds, but it's a beautiful day out here. Anyway, it's cold. Believe me, it's cold. So, prepping on the cheap. Now, another way you can accomplish this is by buying stuff from pawn shops. Pawn shops, you can also get a lot of really good stuff for a lesser price. You don't have to pay a lot. You know, I've gotten chainsaws, I've gotten a lot of yard equipment, stuff like that, either for my own personal use or for reselling. Once again, buy it, fix it up, paint it, clean it up, make it work, you know, almost as good as new, and then sell it, resell it again. You can make a bunch of money doing that. Then the extra money that you make, put it towards your preps. So that's the final resource. Well, not the final, but one of the average resources that I use. The other way you can save money and be on a budget is by going to wholesale. Now, I've got one video that I recently did on wholesale food. I'll put a link up there to where you can see that video as well. It's long, but there's a lot of good information in there, and I show you everything in there. Okay, so wholesale food and also wholesale supplies. Okay, you don't have to buy from a grocery store. You can go to a wholesaler and get stuff. Typically though, when you do this, you're going to be buying in quantity, so that might prove to be a bit difficult, especially for people living in small apartments, small dwellings, places like that. But there are good resources that you can get for cheap. Okay, a lot cheaper than you would pay than if you went full retail or went to a grocery store or something like that. You know, you can get a 50-pound bag of black beans for $9. Where else are you going to get that? Usually it's $1 a pound at the store, at the regular grocery store. So you just got to be careful. You got to look around. Don't be afraid to, you know, price comparison shop. I go to Costco, I go to Sam's Club, I go to Shamrock Foods, I go to Allegiant, Cisco, Shamrock, all these different food wholesalers. Okay, and I look for the best price at each one. And even sometimes the local grocery store has them beat. I'll even go there. So price compare shop, look for your best bargains wherever you can. Okay, because I realize that doing this is not cheap. You know, you got your regular expenses to deal with every day, and then you don't have much left over afterwards for preps. Okay, so that's just a little hint on prepping on a budget. You know, put a little bit extra aside each month, you know, for your preps. But it might even be $10, $20, as much as you can afford. Put it aside, do some comparison shopping, find your best deal, and put it towards the preps that you need. Okay, and don't just buy it just because it's cool or it's tactical or whatever. Look for stuff that you actually need. So that's about it. You can prep on the cheap. It can be done. It just takes a little bit extra diligence and a little bit extra work. So keep that in mind whenever you think, oh, I need this, oh, I need that. So that's about it for this walk. And until next time, remember, keep on prepping.